I understand. You're going to play at the ball or something.
Yeah, except a lot of times he underthrows not on purpose. Right. You know, like if you do it on purpose, you got me, but not that. And now we get to 3rd and 6 at the 29 in the next possession. And Dak takes off and runs, and he gets blasted late. If we could see this, he slides, and he gets hit late, and the flags fly. And here comes flying into the play Zach Martin. Zach Martin is the first ballot Hall of Famer. Okay, so you're going to get the flag. You're going to. It's obvious. Flags are flying everywhere. And here comes Zach Martin in like he's got to have Dak's back. Well, the refs already had his back for you. There's no reason to come in and knock down the kid who did it. It's right. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer, and on the road at Buffalo, you can't do that.
I know 2 plays in this skip. That's not championship work.
It's not. I agree.
You're not.
Bingo.
When you
Bingo.
have DeMarcus Lawrence doing what he did, and now Zach Martin
these are veteran leaders.
In a missed throw, that's not championship work.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right, now let's get to the punt issue. This is Sam Williams, who's blocked punts before. He has athletic explosiveness, and he explodes in, and he has got the punter dead to rights, and he leaves his feet for reasons I don't know, because the punt goes beneath him. All you have to do is play the football off the foot. And if you touch football, you can blast the punter all you want. You have to touch the football first. And he lets him kick the ball beneath him. It's incomprehensible. It's bad football. It's dumb football. It's not championship football. It's another play that if you make it, you got him dead to rights. If you finish that play, hey, if the ball's bouncing backwards, maybe it bounces to the end zone and you fall on it. And all of a sudden you have a whole different story going on. Let me just throw 2 more at you. So now in the 3rd quarter, we're driving the football, and maybe if we cut it to 21-10, maybe you start saying, okay, maybe we got a shot here. And it gets to 3rd and 1 at the 29. And if I could show you what Dak did here. This is 3rd and 1 at the 29, and he drops back under center, and he's deer in headlights, and he goes down. So on 3rd and 1, that's 3rd and 1. You took a 10-yard sack, and it's over, man. That's it. That was the end of the game for me, was that right there. 3rd and 1, and here comes a blitzer, right? And your deer and blitz headlights, right? And finally, if we could see Dak's overthrow interception that completely ended it with 10:47 left in the 4th quarter. I just got to show this. This is bad Dak. This is everything that I have never loved about Dak. Okay, it's just I don't even know what it was. I don't even know. Was the ball getting wet? Was it getting, because that was a monsoon.
Oh, so now the ball is wet. So this is right about the time.
No. Right here, Dak read. You can see on the shallow out, Dak thought that the cornerback was going to come up, and he behind him. Top. And then he got caught in between, not knowing if he's throwing in front or in back. And the ball just kind of got away.
It's 4th down. It didn't matter anymore.
All right. Now back to the defense. To your point about Micah Parsons. He's an extraordinary rusher of the passer, but if you scheme just to run at him and run at him and run at him all night, you make the best point. There's a time when Lawrence Taylor is still going to wreck the game. He's going to say, oh, you want to run at me? And he's going to shed blocks. He's going to out-quick blocks. In Lawrence's case, he's going to out-physical blocks. Micah is not physical at all. When he sees run come to his side, he just sort of gives up and starts fading back in and gets pushed off the ball and is no factor. He had no solo tackles. They ran at him all night long. He had 0 solos. He had 2 assisted tackles. I think we have them. They're just 2 assisted on down the field.
They made a decision not to block him multiple
times. Because they're just saying, okay, tackle somebody. Show us you can tackle somebody with the ball. Okay, this is the first Mike. He just sort of chases the ball down. You can see him trying to hold on, and he's not even physical enough to stop the runner from just going for 5 more yards. I think here's the second one.
But everything that went on in their defense is not Micah Parsons. It's
another chase.
Combination of a multitude of things.
But this right here.
I'm just saying, this is the guy who was the odds-on defensive player of the year going into this game. He was.
I understand, but they had a great plan put together, though, Skip, where they were going to at times run away from him and run at 14, which is a smaller guy in the box. And what Micah needed to do was play chase. He didn't play chase fast enough in this game.
You need to stop thinking and play ball.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm giving him a direction. And this is coming off of this is coaching. This is coaching. This is scheme. This is I'm telling you, you're playing scheme beating scheme, or man beating man. This is scheme beating scheme. They got to put Michael Parsons in better areas so he can be successful. That's on Dan Quinn, not just Michael Parsons.
All right, and to your point, Keyshawn, about soft up the middle. We have one run stuffer on that defense, and his name is Jonathan Hankins, that they picked up from the Raiders going back a year ago. And he was out with a high ankle sprain, and they have to call upon their first-round draft pick this year, Mozzie Smith out of Michigan, to be that dude. And he did a few good things. He had one solo and one assist, and he did have the only sack in the game. I'll give him that. But in general, Mozzie Smith has been a disappointment this year so far. He's just a baby, and I get that, but you're asking him a lot. Yesterday, he got called upon, and he wasn't ready for that because the Buffalo offensive line blew us off the football, including our quote-unquote middle linebacker. We have two of them. Marquise Bell, you're right. He's a former safety. He can fly around the football field. But if you let him get engaged by an offensive lineman, he's got no chance. So you have to scheme it.
100 pounds.
That is correct. Or maybe more.
Maybe more. But this is why I tried to tell y'all so hard-headed you don't want to listen. Yeah, I tried to tell you, Shaq Leonard is in the building. But, he ain't going to help us. He ain't doing nothing for Philly. Okay. You kept saying when guys became available on the defensive side of the ball, you don't care, you didn't need them because you had the number one top defense going. But yet and still, we watched 266 yards be run down your throat.
That is correct.
In Buffalo yesterday.
But weirdly, at home, nobody runs it down our throat. Why is that?
But here,
are we more confident?
No, because
here's
the
what I'll
offense
say.
is putting up 40 points, and they are chasing. Here, back to the original that I gave on the footprint in the blueprint.
Point.
You need to make sure. Mike McCarthy talked about this at the beginning. He said complimentary football. They had the ball 35 minutes, 35 to 25, and they ran the ball. This dude completed 7 passes.
7 passes.
Josh Allen completed 7 passes
out of 15.
And that's all he needed.
That's
all he needed to win this football game. So we're saying, you got to stop this run. Or if you can't stop the run, and I know you can't stop the run. I watched this team a couple years ago when they were giving up 200-300 yards to everybody. I called them then the Oprah Winfrey defense. I mean, they were, you get 300 yards, you get 300 yards, you get 300. I was like, what is going on? So I knew they had that in them. I need that offense to put up the 40 that you put up at home on the road to make sure that Josh Allen throws the ball more than 7 times. Anybody throwing the ball only 7 times will win.
But I told you on Friday, y'all not putting up 40. You barely scoring 24. So I don't understand. All of a sudden, you're thinking at home. First of all, the opponents that you hanging the 40 on, let's be honest with each other. Those things, you beat Seattle. They still hung 35 on your defense. You beat an arch rival.
The offense put up something right.
You beat an arch rival in Philadelphia. Yeah, that was y'all Super Bowl, man. Y'all put a lot into that.
Yeah, that was
you forgot about these other two teams.
Now, that I play because I say this all the time. It's hard to rebound for another game 7 days later.
So
that I say.
What was our offense up against yesterday? The Buffalo Bills did not have Micah Hyde. They did not have A.J. Epinesa, who's one of their best
passers.
They
lost up front, Skip.
Okay. They did not have much of Von Miller, who played 24 snaps and did nothing yesterday. They're without Matt Milano. They're without Tre'Davious White. They're not what they were at the first of the year. And that happened to Dak and company.
But scheme, just because you don't have the bodies and the names on the back of the jersey, sometimes a scheme negates all of that.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I started. It's with scheme. And let me, those runs, nobody was touching. Nobody was touching.
Yeah.
James
nobody.
And if you think they were running wide open, if you think Dallas got lost in eye candy with Buffalo, wait till Miami come in here with the eye candy. And Dallas has this problem, Skip, Key. You're watching all of this. You get out of position. These runs nobody's touching them for 10, 11 yards down the field. You see what I mean? That's a concern. That's not just talent. That's scheme. You got to put something better together to help. Better together to help.
Yeah, you had a lot of talent yesterday trying to leave out early though, Michael. 31-3. You tried to sneak out the door.
Man, listen, man, it was.
Skip, you tried to sneak out on us. I mean,
I appreciate
supposed to be a cowboy, man. Look at Michael.
Here, man.
Look at him. Trying to sneak out.
I get back to my hotel room, and I'm why am my phone blowing up? What's going on? He got me going viral.